Hey folks, welcome back to the Montana Real Estate Channel here with Craig Siphers. Today we are in Stevensville, Montana in the beautiful Bitterroot Valley, and what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the Bitterroot River. Today is the first day of May, and we're going to have some very warm temperatures coming up here in the next few days. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the river now and watch it through the weekend and kind of do a little time lapse. I think it should be kind of fun, and stay with us for the whole thing. Listen, we'd love to be able to help you if you're thinking about real estate somewhere in the state of Montana. We've got 9 different offices across the state. All the information you need to get a hold of us is in the description below, and make sure that you tap that logo down there on the lower right hand side so you can be notified whenever we come out with a new video on real estate or things that are happening within the state of Montana. You know, we like to cover the real estate, the neighborhoods. We talk about culture, lifestyle, and today we're just going to look at some spots on the Bitterroot River. So we're going to set this baby up, and hopefully we'll see how incredible this river can be. So let's go ahead and watch this baby. So sitting up here in western Montana, just below Missoula, Montana, is Stevensville, and we're going to be at the Stevensville Bridge over on the east side of it, and you can see the water there with the Bitterroot Mountains in the background, and we're going to just watch the water rise over a number of days here in May as the temperature rises, and we'll see that the sand bar there that's underneath the bridge on that southeast side gets consumed as we continue on with the monitoring the river height here. And this is a wonderful blue ribbon trout stream. Of course, when the high water hits, it's not so good. There are a variety of fish species. So in this video, we're trying to get a little view of what happens underneath the bridge, but we're going to take a shot looking north at the access point for the river there at the Stevensville Cutoff Road, looking north towards Missoula. Then we're also going to take a view of the river looking south towards Victor, and see some of the mountains there in the background, and so you can see how the water rises. So the Bitterroot River is approximately 84 miles in length from its confluence near Connor, where the East Fork and the West Fork of the river meet. The East Fork originates in the Anaconda-Pintler Wilderness. It's colder, steeper, a little more rugged. And the West Fork of the Bitterroot River starts near Painted Rocks Reservoir and is a bit more open with warmer flows in the summer. Now these 3 forks converge near Connor, forming the main stem of the Bitterroot River. Now there's a lot of fish species in the river. As I mentioned, it's a blue ribbon trout stream, highly regarded by anglers. The fish include rainbow trout, that's common throughout the river, brown trout, especially in the lower portion of the river, cutthroat trout, the west slope cutthroat, Montana's state fish, is native and more common in upper sections of the tributaries. Brook trout are more common in the small tributaries as they come in. In fact, that was the first fish I ever caught out of the Burnt Fork. Bull trout, a threatened species found in cooler upper reaches like the East Fork. It's all catch and release only, of course. We have mountain whitefish that are abundant and often caught incidentally along the river. And occasionally we'll find pike in the lower reaches of the river down near Lolo, and they're an invasive species. We don't like to see pike
along with our native trout populations, because they can decimate them. But you can find them, and they can be fun to catch. Now, some interesting facts about the Bitterroot River. Is named for the Bitterroot flower, the state flower of Montana, which is found in the valley, and geographically it flows through the Bitterroot Valley, flanked by the Bitterroot Mountains to the west and the Sapphire Mountains to the east. And of course, Lewis and Clark, that expedition, the Corps of Discovery, passed through the Bitterroot Valley in 1805 and again in 1806, and the trail overlaps near the East Fork of the Bitterroot River. Now, the river is great for floating recreation. It's popular for tubing, rafting, and especially fly fishing, with excellent public access and outfitters. River can be dangerous because it does have a lot of downfall that gets in it, and you have to be very careful. There, unfortunately, are people who die on the river nearly every year. There is water management that handles flow levels. That's all impacted by snowmelt and irrigation withdrawals, which can make late summer flows lower and warmer, just depending on the snowpack. And of course, the river is a corridor home to bald eagles, osprey, moose, deer, and even the occasional black bear. And there are several, projects ongoing to improve fish habitat and restore riparian zones and preserve access along the Bitterroot River. So the Bitterroot River is a very special place. Of course, it's windy, and it does parallel U.S. Highway 93, which is about a distance roughly from that corner to down to Missoula. Is about 65 miles, and the river has about 20 more miles of windiness to it, so it's a little bit longer. If you enjoyed this video, brought to you by Siphers Family Real Estate, helping folks buy and sell real estate in Montana since 1966.